podcast where we elevate the conversation on culture, sports, politics, and entertainment. Stay tuned for a higher perspective at the intersection of everything.
Yo, what's up? Kind of fucked that intro up, my bad. What's new?
What's happening?
We are live. Hey, what's up, Felix? I was trying to figure Facebook out. It was kind of fucking up for a second. Let's see. Yeah, Facebook's not wanting to share. What the fuck, man? Thanks, Zuck.
The Facebox.
The Facebox. It's like Xbox, but on Facebook. Hey, did you hear that? Maybe TikTok's going to be bought. That's what they're trying to do.
Are they going to sell it? Who's going to buy it?
I don't know.
Please don't tell me Elon. It wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe TikTok can be called Z or something. I don't know.
LMNOP.
LMNOP. Yeah, we are live, so make sure you pop through, say hi. Felix Disney. Is Disney going to buy TikTok? I heard a rumor about that. I think that's bullshit, but
I wouldn't surprise me. Don't they have all the money in the world? They got all that princess money.
They got princess money. I've got Yahoo saying no, Disney did not buy TikTok for $100 billion.
100 billion
with a B, a Billy.
But I mean, what is the market for US on TikTok? Isn't it like 7% or something like that?
That's
I believe. I think so. Small. It might be higher. I might be told bullshit. But I think it's not as big as I think. I don't know.
Let's see. What is TikTok worth? The value of TikTok is estimated. This is a pretty big estimate. 20 billion and 100 billion.
That's a
wide range.
Little difference there. How do they come with that?
I don't know.
How do you put a price on that though? I mean, what is it?
Advertisers, maybe.
I guess advertisement money.
I mean, Elon should have asked the same question before he bought Twitter, and then fucking drove the fucking value down, whatever percentage.
Elon thought he was funny.
That's why he tried to. That's why he bought it, right? Like he just. He was like trolling.
That was the price. Yeah, the price was like, wasn't like 420. It was a play on the 420 thing. I think he bought it for 42 million. Something like that.
Did he?
Moron.
Let's see. What did Elon pay for Twitter?
42 billion or something.
44 billion.
44 billion.
Yeah.
So dumb. And it's worth what?
Let's see.
10.
X right now is worth 9.4 billion.
Oh my god.
Damn. Could you imagine being like?
Oh.
It's amazing that when you have that much money, like people just think of you as like a smart guy. It's like if you give me 44 billion. Ain't no way I'm going to lose 30 billion of it in a year on a purchase. Like, what the fuck?
You know how much a billion is? That is
crazy.
This is a billion. This is how people. So, okay. 1 million seconds, I believe, is 15 days.
Yeah, it's like something like that. 11 days.
1 billion seconds is like 32 years.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Like, and you put it in perspective, like 15 days. 32, like a billion. It's weird. Doesn't sound correct. Doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound.
Now, it really doesn't.
No. But if you said, "Hey, are you a millionaire or a billionaire?" It's like, oh, what's the difference? It's like there's a big fucking difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah, the difference between 15 seconds or 15 minutes and 30 years.
One is you're sitting in season tickets at a football game. The next you're sitting in the owner's box. That's the difference. When you hit billionaire status, like that's when you can go shopping for like professional sports teams in the crowd.
Yeah, Like a millionaire, you got a Peloton. A billionaire, you own like a gym franchise,
Yeah.
like multiple.
Yeah.
You know,
And
some
that's
crazy.
what's kind of wild out here is because there's so much money out here. It comes and goes. You know, coming in, coming out. Just private jets. Like when F1 came to town, I think it was last year. I don't know if they had the problem this year, but last year they had to like park their private jets in Arizona because there wasn't any more parking because the private jet parking was so full.
Not
here.
enough jet parking.
Yeah, so they had to go to
That's wild.
go drop off their billionaires and go fly to Phoenix, park their jets for the a few days, and then come back and pick them up. And so, I mean, you got that kind of money that just flies in here, weekly. It's wild. So that's why it's funny.
I can't imagine $1 billion. It's just
it's weird. It's like I think once you hit a certain level, like that's why these guys are so like out there. It's like you can buy and afford anything at that point. Anything you want, you can have. So you start going after things you can't buy. The weird stuff.
Yeah, like a tiger.
Yeah, or just that's why you see these billion, or like sometimes they're into like weird, crazy, because it's you can't buy certain things like that. It's like it's weird, but I don't know. I don't think I'll ever have that issue and that problem.
I'm not on that trajectory.
No,
Just
so
full
I'm
disclosure.
not worried about it. But
no, I'm not worried
what would
about
you
it.
buy? What would you buy though? Like say if you had like $1 billion, like I said, you have $1 billion, what would you buy? Like would you buy, is there a specific something that's just outrageous, crazy, just like like okay, this is weird, but I'd buy this just because. I think we all have something.
I don't know about weird, but yeah, I mean, like I guess it'd be cool to own like a franchise, like a sports franchise. But they're worth more than $1 billion, aren't they? Or are they?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you just had $1 billion,
if you're worth that much, you can buy it just from. I mean, you're not even buying with your own money. You're probably getting investors like crap while you play the game.
Probably. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything I don't know. Yeah, I guess a sports franchise would be cool.
A Grand National GNX.
First,
a Buick 1987.
Hell yeah! Was it 1,500 horsepower?
I don't. That's things, a lot. Jesus.
Fat quicker than a Ferrari in the quarter mile, I believe. A Buick. Could you imagine you're a Ferrari and a Buick rolls up next to you on the line?
Yeah.
And just smokes you. A Buick.
What is that 87 GNX worth? Like a couple $100,000? 100 something.
I think they're anywhere from, I would say about 120,000, 200,000. I would put a number on that. Is there any previous sold? I mean, there's only they only made I think 1,500.
They didn't make many.
Like
what is a 1987 GNX worth? Let's see. The average price in good condition, 107,000. The highest selling, 308,000 in the last 3 years.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, shit. They.
But also 1,500 of them. How many of them are left? How many
they said limited production. Only 547 made in 19.
Oh, 547. Dang. So even that's crazy. And how many of them are still like out there too? How many are accounted for? That's crazy. 547. That's wild. Could you imagine? See, that's actually kind of cool. A car like that, like knowing there's only 547, and you happen to have one. I mean, that's kind of. It's not like a flashy, crazy car either. That's kind of the cool part about it.
Yeah, Kendrick got two. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I don't know if he has them, but they were on the. Jim and Amanda says, "Does peace have a price tag?" No, but weed does.
I guess it does.
Yeah, maybe. Felix, if I won $1 billion, I could buy up to 12 college textbooks. Yeah, maybe.
What's the buyback price?
They used to
$59.95.
That was a racket because every couple of years there'd be like a new edition. You got to get the new edition of the textbook. You can't buy the used old edition. That's where they
talk about a scam. That's the biggest scam now. Like, how come these books can't be on like online, like tablet? Like you just download the whole book and have it on your computer.
Yeah, I'm already taking the course. I'm paying for tuition. Now I got to buy the book. I got to buy the book for 6 months and sell it back for what? 20% of the price I got it for?
You know what's worse is I used to have to pick those damn books up from the college bookstore at Butte College when they'd ship them all back. There'd be like 60 book boxes, and they're like 60 pounds a piece. You have to sit there and huff. Like I hated those fucking books. Yeah, you're loading, 65-pound boxes. You're loading 100 of those things in the back of your truck. Your arms are like jello after all textbooks. Going back to, well, just recycle that shit. What are you gonna do with them?
And Mifflin. Hey, what do you think? What do you think about the Jay-Z thing? It's hard to know. Like,
So I heard he had a response. I haven't.
Yeah, it was like, this is some bullshit. Like, you don't know me. Like, I don't, his official response, I don't know. It seemed quick to have a response, but I don't know. Maybe you want it to be quick. I have no idea. It's so hard to like.
I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
All I know is like the 90s for me have been ruined. Like your childhood, like you find out everyone. We've said it before, but like everyone now, it's like Jay-Z. I just put him in the top 5. I was like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, I mean, the sad thing is they're making Kanye look better.
Kanye's looking like the voice of reason.
Kanye's just crazy, but he just says crazy shit and does crazy shit. So far, he hasn't.
He's got his own. No, he's got his own lawsuit.
Does he now have one? Does everybody have one?
Yeah.
Who's it this week? Should this be a new segment?
Whose lawsuit is it?
Lawsuit
yeah,
of the week.
11 out teen sues Kanye for $1 million in damages amid sexual harassment lawsuit.
Oh gosh.
No, you throw a name out there and there's
probably
fucking
on there.
And it makes
wild. It's I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like
there's a desensitizing, right? Like,
yeah,
where it's just news. When everything's breaking news, it's almost like nothing is.
Yeah. Remember when they broke the news that they were, could be aliens, and we were just like, meh.
Well, right now, like, what are the drones? They're like, I don't know what the drones over New Jersey are. We don't fucking know.
We don't give a shit about aliens anymore.
No, we really don't. They could show up right now. Take me to your leader. We're like, no, we ain't taking. I don't even know who that is.
That's how messed up we are. That's how crazy we are. We don't even care about aliens anymore.
Yeah.
You remember it was a huge thing, like, all the alien movie, all this stuff. We're like, yes, we want to know. We want to know the truth. And then they spit us some truth, and we're just like, wait, hold up. And, we're on our phone, like, scrolling. Like, literally, that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, they'd really have to just show up, like, just land and get out, and then we'd be like, I think we'd care for a little bit. How long do you think if they just popped in, just showed up, full disclosure, they all came out, they walked out, they're like, hey, we're the aliens, we're here. How long do you think we'd care for? Before we try to deport them.
A couple days. They're probably coming in to check on us. I think we're an experiment.
Like, you guys okay? You guys all right?
I think we're an experiment. We're an experiment. We're an experiment. They look just like us. They're just like this, just way far more advanced. And they come in and check on us every now and then. Now, like, yeah, I think we're a fucking experiment.
And God's just the lead scientist. We're like, that's God. He's like, no, I'm just. We're just in a big petri dish.
Yeah, that's what they are. We're just like, we're this experiment. Like you said, all these things we're seeing are like, oh, they're checking on it. They're just, you come in and check on your, your plants and stuff. You kind of make sure they're still alive. Probably wondering how we are still alive.
Yeah, these guys are still going.
We're like test subjects. Let's see what happens here if we do this.
Send them a little hurricane, see how they respond.
That's what it feels like now. That's what it feels like. If this life doesn't feel real with everything going on, it doesn't
feel real. No, it doesn't feel real. It's almost like very Groundhog Day. Like every day, it's like every day is wild and wacky and new, but every day is the same in its wackiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like tomorrow could be just like an asteroid hits Mars, and we're like, yeah, cool. I mean, shit.
Like,
I guess there goes that planet. And then the next day could just be like North Korea nukes South Korea. Like, well, shit, sucks. Next day could be like there's a new COVID. COVID 25.
it's I think we're just desensitized to everything now. I think now it doesn't matter. I mean, look at and when you think it can't get worse, it somehow finds a way. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. But also I think that's why people are just I haven't seen a lot of more people like detach though, which is weird. Like I'm running into people more that don't like have social medias now.
Oh,
Like
really?
I've run into a couple people just, around talking to people and stuff. And like with me with photography and stuff, I'm taking pictures a lot of places, like in the arts district, I was taking pictures. Like people come in to start talking to you. And you're like, oh, you can see my stuff. Like, I'll tell them like, oh, you can go to Instagram, you can see, some of the stuff I posted, blah, blah, blah. And I've run into quite a few that go like, oh, we don't have social media. And it's like, whoa. And it's so rare. And it's happened a couple times now, which is kind of like, that's kind of crazy.
I think
I have a couple friends.
They blocked social media for Australians under 16, I think, or 16 and under. Yeah.
Yeah. I have friends that actually live in Chico that never have had anything ever.
Yeah.
And they still don't have anything. So there's those people, but now I'm just running into more, and I'm running into, like I said, just from that. That's like, oh, I have an Instagram. Like, oh, we don't have social media. Like we have an email. You can email us, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so it's just kind of different. Or the hacks of a website.
It's Tom and Sally at AOL.com.
Yeah. At Hotmail.
At Hotmail.
Hotmail.
Yeah, I remember. I had a Hotmail, and we had AOL. Back in the day.
AOL was the worst.
Oh, it's terrible.
It was so fun, but it was the worst. Sitting there waiting for.
Yeah, you got the three little things. You got the next one. Get the next one. Then you're finally on.
Yep, and then you have to sit there and wait for a picture to upload. Just
it's not even videos.
No,
just pictures.
And all you would do is just sit in chat rooms and just like ask people age, sex, location.
I don't know if I did a lot of chat rooms. Some. Yeah, I guess you would talk to some random interesting people, but
So
that was social media back, in its primitive form.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you go because you'd go to rooms that were, you can go to music rooms, like you can find a hip hop room, you can find a country, you can find a punk, music room, and then there's people that are into the same stuff. You just start talking to people. So that starts from there, and then it's just there's rooms all that. Yeah, that was the infancy of social media, of like, I guess, the
beginning of the end.
Yeah, the beginning of the end.
Beginning of the end.
Do you think TikTok's gonna get bought? Think that's how they're gonna get around this? Like someone's gonna buy them?
I mean, what would they have to buy? Like the U.S. share? I think there'd have to be some sort. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I bet they'll figure out a way. I don't know. It just seems like such a wasted opportunity, and people generally don't let money go to waste.
Yeah. Watch, Donald Trump's going to buy it. it's
Dana White or something.
Yeah, watch. It'll be some shit like that. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. Something like that. It's gonna be. It's gonna have to be a billionaire. Dana White's not a billionaire yet.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna have to be some. I mean, I'm sure he knows billionaires, all those guys. Once you're in that club, once you, I think, accumulate anything over a couple $100 million, it's like 200, anything over 250 million, you kind of become this elite, like in this elite club.
So that says it'll be Elon.
Yeah.
It'll probably. I mean,
that's what I said. Watch.
How much did he give towards Trump? Like 250 million. Like
250 million.
Christ.
You would think it'd be a little more to buy someone though. 250, I guess. But
I guess
it would be. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Elon trying to. I mean, he controls the rules and controls everything. Well, whatever. What is he, a head of efficiency?
Yeah, the Department of Government Efficiency. Which
Did you see him walk out?
Hilarious.
Did you see the day after the CEO thing? He walked out. He went to his kid. he brought his kid and he put his kid on his shoulders and stuff. I'm like going, bro, come on, man.
Dude, I saw that.
Come on. Like, really? You're using your and I don't care
That's
what he says. Like, if
wild.
I'm a CEO and I go do something like that after, threats of CEOs being whacked, one just gets whacked. Am I gonna let's bring my kid and throw him up on my shoulders? Like,
that's crazy.
Dude, that guy.
The level of like just not being in touch with reality is just insane.
And his stupid smile when he's doing it too is just like this guy is just, I don't know. That bothered me. Yeah, that bothered me. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
That was just weird. I wouldn't be bringing my kid around, especially right now with the way the political, everything, the political air, just the thickness of like, I can't imagine like when you're in like DC and those, like just the tension and to bring your kid in the middle of, meetings and stuff and doing these things. Like, I don't know exactly.
No one will do anything to me if I have my kid on my shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, why do you bring in your kid to these things, like the meetings and stuff? I don't know if it was in DC, but it was with like the senators. Was it the Senate or the House or something like that?
Yeah, it was some official meeting.
That's just like, come on, man. Especially in this time, it's just bad. But it wouldn't surprise me if he tried to buy it somehow, some way.
Are you on the Blue Sky yet?
Yeah, I haven't really. I've just kind of posted some pictures and stuff. I haven't.
Yeah, I haven't been on Twitter in forever, so I haven't really. It's kind of like a Twitter. Right? It's similar,
like early age Twitter, early days Twitter. Yeah, I just haven't messed with it. I made one and stuff, but I haven't. I mostly just been Instagram, just because photography. It's just easy. It's what I like.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Twitter. I dumped Twitter years ago, before Elon and all that stuff. It's just, I don't know. I got tired of it. It was like just bots. Everything was bots. Getting spammed with like, come to my website and all the time. It was just, I was like, this sucks. So I ended up dumping it, and I haven't missed it. And I got rid of Facebook for a while too, for like 2 or 3 years.
Facebook's kind of become a ghost town in many ways. Like, I don't know if it's the algorithms it just seems to have gotten like so, like even TikTok. What did I watch? I watched like one video that was like off of what I normally do, and then every video was that, and I was like, I just wanted to see one fucking video. It's like when you shop for like, I don't know, maybe I need like a new toilet seat. You buy a toilet seat, and then every ad is a fucking toilet seat. Like I'm a toilet seat connoisseur or some shit.
Yeah, gotta get them cheeks.
Let's get those.
There you go. That's why old Zuckerberg is meeting with Trump. He's gonna buy TikTok. He's probably trying to find a way. That's probably what he's doing.
I'm sure they're all like thinking about that shit.
He's probably trying to find a way. Watch Zuck, because he knows Facebook's just all my kids. Like they even call like Facebook's for old people. That's what they always say. Facebook's for old people. It's
barely for that. It's like, and the same with Instagram. Almost like every other fucking post is a sponsored ad or a whatever, and it's like, and it just becomes, even if you're into it, like, I love Kendrick. Everyone knows I love Kendrick, but I don't want to see every post be about Kendrick. Like, it just doesn't, like, it just reduces you into down like what is like the thing you're into now, and it's just gonna inundate you until it's like overplayed, and it's like, I don't know.
That's YouTube does it too. My YouTube's the same way.
Yeah,
I watch a couple videos. Like the thing, I was watching a couple Kendrick like videos, and now it's all Kendrick. Same thing. So I haven't been on it. So I go off of it, and like to change my algorithm, every time I see a video now, I have to like put not interested, or do the not interested thing to try to change my algorithms and stuff. But then some of it, I'm like, I'm interested in this, but if I click on this, I'm screwed. So it makes me not want to click on a lot of stuff. Like I'll see stuff for scroll. I'm like, I'll just keep scrolling. I'll watch it for a second and scroll. Like,
hence why people are not doing social media anymore. It's just too exhausting.
Yeah, I just bought this. Speaking of that, I just bought that. That little broom rug thing that for like carpet to get like hair and stuff out, like dark hair. You like rub it.
Yeah.
Now my whole feed. I went and looked online. My whole feed is now these stupid rugs. Now it's dog vacuums and dog rugs. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's crazy.
It's horrible.
It's like,
It's
get 'em.
horrible.
It's like the ice, when you're drinking, you got the ice attached to the bottom, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden it goes, bam, get them, boys.
Just call on your face.
Yeah,
Yes.
all of just cockeyed everywhere. It's fucking
Yeah.
miserable.
And that's what I'm at right now. I'm like, gosh dang. So now I'm in the middle of trying to change my damn algorithm. I hate it.
Yep.
But yeah, YouTube's gotten bad. YouTube has been horrid. So I hate it. But
YouTube's pretty bad.
I don't know.
Well,
let's take a first break.
Let's take a quick break, and then we will do our top 5. It's almost Christmas, so we're gonna get into some Christmas shit. So we did Christmas movies. Now we got some other Christmas shit going. Find ourselves some music here.
Ooh.
Alrighty. Oh man. All right. Well, I guess we should just say that we will be off this Friday, and then we'll be back next Tuesday and Friday before we take a break for Christmas. The season of perpetual hope.
What are you doing this year for Christmas? What are the plans?
Oh Christ.
Anything special?
Not really. I think we're just staying home.
Same.
Just taking some time to just chill, not do a lot, keep it low key.
Yeah, same. Just Christmas is kind of I mean, we celebrate it, but it's not a huge kind of a thing.
It was more when I was a kid,
Yeah, when I was young it was. And when my kids were young. Now that they've gotten older and stuff, it's kind of they come out of the room at 10 o'clock. Like, let's open gifts. Could we open our gifts like Christmas Eve at we used to at midnight, because we would have this big dinner years ago, and then work up, and then gifts around midnight, and then in the morning, Santa gifts in the morning. Santa would come at night when we're asleep. But now it's just it kind of goes that way, but it's everything's been pushed up about 2 hours. So now, we're in bed by 11. But yeah, it's just not.
If I'm making it to midnight, man, I had to have some sort of something.
Yeah,
a little Don Jr. special.
A little bit of the devil's dandruff.
That was a wild video when he.
I can't believe that. Yeah. Did you see the guy behind him? The guy behind him, whoever it was telling him over his shoulder, hey, you got to do that in private. You can see they were reading his lips.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It was wild. To do it, you had to fumble, and then there's no other reason to do that. No other reason. No, as soon as
he's just rubbing cocaine on there because you got because you can absorb really quick.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah, it gives you kind of a different kind of a. Boo. I didn't like.
I gotta fix the lighting on this. I don't understand. Look at this.
I know.
it tries to adjust, and then it looks fine there, but then it I gotta fix this fucking camera. I need a new laptop is what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit, man. I need to start my own social media platform. What should we do? What should we call it?
Call it I don't know. What could we call it? What would you call it? If I know.
I don't know.
How much money? How do you even start that though? That's the thing. You can't just go and start a social media company.
Social media company? Why not? I think it's a minimum of $10,000 to launch an app. Minimum.
To launch an app?
To launch an app, yeah, you need about 10 grand.
And then
And
see,
then
that's crazy.
then what? I don't know.
But I mean, if you have a good idea, an app can make some money if it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, for a while there, I had that like it'd be cool to have an app, like your own app. Like I was thinking, like for photography, where people can subscribe to your app. Might be like even like $1 a month, just something cheap, just like. But it like gives you, you know, like screensavers. It gives you like all kinds of just different. So you can, you know, I always change my stuff up on my phone, and it's not always photos of my stuff. It's whatever I think is kind of cool. Sometimes I'll just have my phone, but like an app that does just all kinds of stuff. I know there's some people here that I know started an app, and it's just for like Vegas area. It's for like happy hours and stuff. But I don't know if you can do regional apps. Like, is there apps like? I guess it can be available to everyone, but I know there's like it was like I think it was some kind of thing for happy hours. Like you type in a time, day, and it'll give you like the list of happy hours closest to you. Happy hours are like a huge thing here. Like we go to happy hour probably.
I mean, someone thought of weed maps at one point, like get all the dispensaries on a map.
I mean,
like,
I use weed maps.
Imagine
sometimes
if you
I still
weed
will.
maps.
Yeah. That's what people do though. You start an app so it gets bought out by a big.
Oh yeah.
That's for a big company. That seems to be like the what do you call it, the path.
Start the app, sell it for a couple $1 million, and right off into the sunset.
And then you go play and start another app, kind of similar, same thing you just created in a different way or different. That's
sell
what
to a competitor.
So it seems that's what people do. It's wild because that's what Blue Sky. That's the Twitter people, the Twitter guy or something like that from
right.
Yeah, so he just basically said, I already got I got everything down. It's not what Twitter is now because what I sold him is not what this is because this is the like the original.
Yep.
So it's like, I mean, it's genius. That guy is like, probably took the money that Elon paid for this. Now this is all just cash flow.
And he's doing better than Twitter or X or whatever the fuck.
Oh, you know who should buy TikTok? Cuban.
Oh yeah,
I could see him doing it. He's a billionaire. He got some money.
He's got some money, and he's not. I mean, he seems like he got a decent head on his shoulder. Like he might actually care about people. For a billionaire,
yeah.
I mean, at least he admits it. Like when he does all the things that we might call altruistic, he's like, "I'm not doing it for altruistic reasons." He's just not. He's not quite as scummy, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard anything or seen a video or seen anything that makes me go like, this guy's a creep.
Yeah.
So for a billionaire, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he bought it. I can see him doing it. I mean, not just him alone. I'm sure he'd have a couple people. But
that's a great endorsement. For a billionaire, he's not so bad.
For a billionaire, he's not so
That's
bad.
how I feel about like Ken Grossman, you know, Sierra Nevada. He's, for a billionaire, he's probably not. I haven't heard anything terrible.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to that level, you're gonna do some
sketchy things,
shady stuff, sketchy stuff at some point, just in business deals. Someone's not always going to be the winner, or something's going to happen. Like, but depending on what it is too, like, what is it? Are you just not paying people? You're just not, it's different people. Or you're just, scamming them, or you like, that's different. And you're like, dude, they're just gross.
Yeah. Then you're gross.
But I mean, you just underbid someone or did something. That's the thing. You're always in it, like, same thing with being president or being a head of a CEO or something. Someone's always going to be pissed off at you. You're not going to make everyone happy. That's why I'm like, I would not want. I just don't know. That's why I just never liked being in any position of like power like that. I just don't. I don't want.
I like owning a business, but I feel like with the business you don't have to. You could do things ethically.
Yeah, I mean, and plus. My business isn't at nearly the level that's going to affect hundreds, tens of thousands of people on decisions.
No,
it's like might be a couple of people, and sorry, but it's businesses. I mean, it's business on some things,
that's
but
business.
You're not doing it. Not doing it because I want to give myself a raise or because I want to, I want a villa and I want a house in Napa, so I'm gonna tighten down on everyone and
I mean, I wouldn't mind a house in Napa.
No, but I'm not going to screw people over, employees over to get that. That's what that's just how they are. Those guys at that top. If you answer to shareholders, what do shareholders want?
Profits to go up. Doesn't matter. That's what I was telling Lindsay. I was like, imagine being in a situation where you have a company and you made 12 billion in profits. And next year you make 9 billion in profits. You got people coming after your ass, which is crazy. Like, you made 9 billion in profits and be like, what the fuck was wrong with you?
Yeah, we need to make, if you made 10 before, or 11, whatever it was before, you need to make 11.5, 12 next year.
Exactly. It can't be 9 or 8.
I mean, that's where I came from. UPS was that way.
Mm-hmm.
When UPS went public, a lot of people got rich. And then that was the downfall. That was the start
of the end. Yeah.
It was because now UPS had to answer to shareholders. Now it needs to make a profit. Every year has to be, like you said,
better than the last.
2 billion this year has to be 2.3 next year. Next year has to be 2.6. Next year has to be 3. And then you saw the downcline, but the downfall of everything, of like removing, bonuses and, not having work barbecues, not having work, anything that was like extras that actually made it kind of a decent job. Yeah. Just cut it all. Then they start cutting, non-union employees benefits, and so like they take everything. Now that's why I'm like, dude, I'm out.
Yeah.
Got out years ago and stuff, but yeah, you can see it. It's just it wouldn't surprise me if a company like that gets bought out by an Amazon.
Yeah.
Bezos, there's another one for TikTok.
Yeah, Bezos.
That's what I'm saying. There's some fires.
Washington Post.
I mean, it
that's
might be a good move for.
I think someone will buy it. I think something will happen. I just can't see it going away. I mean, maybe I see wrong.
I see either like a Zuckerberg, a Cuban, or a Bezos. And the only reason I say Bezos is Amazon's gonna have some issues coming up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Amazon. People think Amazon sells a product. The only thing they sell is their electronics, and all. Now they sell more, but everything you buy on Amazon.com and stuff,
it's like third party.
A lot of that. Right? No, it's small businesses. It's a bunch of it's thousands of people. Mm-hmm. Thousands of people sell on Amazon, and it's their business. When I was drove UPS, and this was 6-7 years ago, I had multiple people that lived out in the middle of nowhere that used Amazon as their business, and they sold like
basically distribution, right?
Yeah, and they sold like sheets and duvet covers. That's literally all they sold.
Mm-hmm.
And everything comes in from China on a container ship into Oakland, gets dumped off, comes out to Orville, gets dumped into they have a warehouse. They retag it, ship it all off to different Amazon warehouses. Amazon buys all of their inventory for cheap, but they make a guaranteed chunk of money. I think they did it like every 2 to 3 months or every quarter or something like that. Enough for them to live very comfortably out in the middle of nowhere, literally working 1 week a month. Mm-hmm. Their stuff would come in on container ship once. They get them every month, and they distribute them that week. And they rest through. They just, that's why they lived out in the middle of nowhere, because they didn't have to work or to work nothing. It was crazy. So you have so many people that do that through Amazon, and now it's a lot of businesses and all that stuff. Majority of it comes from China. That's why majority it's fake. Also, Apple chargers, Apple, products, they're all fake. It comes from China. We bring them in, we see it coming in, all those container ships, tens of thousands of container ships, daily out there, all from China. And that's what Amazon is. So all of that, everything, the price of everything, that's going to go up.
See what happens. Yeah.
It's going to start going up. People aren't going to start, going to tighten down, not buy as much. You're going to see a lot of these people losing their, their livelihood that way.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to see Amazon's numbers start decreasing. His business model is going to start going down, especially if they start, people stop, shipping on there, or, where are you going to, people can't buy, what are you going to, they can't buy their product, or they can, but they're going to pay much more. That's why it's going to be an interesting year with everything going on. It's kind of seeing it already. So
yeah, it just depends on how much this motherfucker tries to pull off, like how many tariffs
Cool.
He bloviates a lot, so he talks a lot of shit. So it's hard to pin someone like that down. Be like, is he actually going to do this, or is he just talking shit? But yeah, let's since Christmas is coming up and we're going to be on and off throughout December, let's do the top 5 either Christmas memories or Christmas like gifts that you ever got.
Yeah, we can.
And it could be profound. It could be from your childhood. It could be whatever. And I'll kick it off, and I gotta grab it. It doesn't look like much, but it's really funny.
Okay.
And it's an inside joke for those who are fans of The Office. So this is a picture of my family and me, and it's probably going to get washed out by this bright light. But there, I think it's coming into focus. But it's oh, there it goes. So you can see that. Well, maybe you can't because it's too bright. But it's basically me as an Asian man. Which is an inside joke from The Office when Jim's not there, one of their friends is, and they tricked Dwight to convince him that Jim has always been Asian. And there's a family portrait of Jim as an Asian man, and so Ralph made me into an Asian man and gave us a family portrait for Christmas.
That's pretty funny.
It made me laugh really hard. So I have
that's
it
pretty
funny.
Office. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Gosh, gifts. I don't know. It's like growing up. It's like lately. I mean, since I guess I've had kids. I mean, we have gifts. You always get gifts from your kids and stuff. They're great. Like, oh, this is wonderful.
Mhm.
But all my like gifts that I loved are like a lot of them are from my childhood.
Yeah. Same.
It was just like, I think my first. I guess my fifth would probably be. Remember the bikes back in the day? So it was like a Huffy. It was the white Huffy, but it had the spokes where the spokes were covered with plastic. So it was like a white plastic thing around the spokes.
I think
so it was like aerodynamic. And that was the bike back in the day. And I remember that's all I would want on this bike. Because that's when I lived in Ranch Cucamonga.
Mhm.
And down there it was like kind of like where I'm at now, where we had neighborhoods. So growing up, we had, all the kids in the neighborhood, we had bikes and everyone. That's all we did all day was bikes.
Just ride bikes.
And I had like the old like little kid bike growing up still. And then this was the bike. And it was, at the time, this was the fucking bike. And I remember getting that bike and I was like, hell yeah. White tires. The tires were white.
Oh, wow.
The tires were white.
It was a Huffy?
Yeah, it was a Huffy. Yeah, see if you can find it. Like the white plastic spoke covers. Yeah, it was the bike. It was a cool bike. I love that thing.
Oh, was it this? Let me share this real quick.
Like I would have one today. So
is
cool.
Is it this bike right there?
Yes, that's my bike.
That's your
Look
bike,
at that thing. Hell yeah, that's the bike right there. Oh yeah,
you don't see that. You don't see those around. This is a 1987, just like the GNX.
Yep, there you go. Yep.
Oh,
that
snap.
was the bike. Exactly, like that was the exact bike. Everything.
Huh.
Yep. I love that. That's the only bike I remember growing up to. Because I've had all bikes, but that was the bike.
Yeah, I can't remember my bikes. I remember I got like a mountain bike. I think I had a Huffy at some point.
Yeah, that bike I love that bike. It was just because it was like the BMX looking bike, but it was a Huffy. It was a Huffy still. But yeah, that was
it. All right. Well, I'll go number 2. I'll go. So Lindsay made me an ornament one time with like little tiny things, and it's like glass and little replicas of my books, all the books that I wrote. So if I write more books, you can add more. It's pretty fucking cool. So there'll be like
that's pretty cool.
Little cardboard things and then cut out and then put in there.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
It's kind of special like that. I don't have it in front of me.
No, that's really cool. Yeah, I love stuff that people make.
Yeah, me too.
Anything too.
Mm-hmm.
Like anything. Like I've bought like knives because I thought it's just watching someone make one. And actually, that's probably one of my favorite gifts I bought myself for Christmas. I guess that'll be number 4 is I bought a nice glass piece So I was
Oh,
watching.
yeah.
I follow a lot of glass blowers and on online and stuff, and I'll watch. They'll go live sometimes, and they'll do auctions,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll make a piece, and they'll say, "Hey, auction off. We'll start at like $5 or something." And I got this like custom, awesome. You saw it, the one I said, "This is why I love it," and I dropped it because it's thick glass. That thing,
yeah.
yeah, I bought that kind of at the time when I bought it.
Monster.
Yeah, I'm like going, I'm getting this as a gift for myself, but I love that thing because, like I said, it's just cool. But it's something someone made. That's why why I really like it, because I was actually watching him make it. That's what the cool part was. Sitting there watching his live as he's making it. You're talking to him too. Like, oh, that's cool. And then like if you get it, you win it. They'll ask you like, hey, is there anything special you want or any other, as he's doing it and stuff. And
have you ever blown glass?
no, something
Me neither.
I'd be awesome. I know Chico has a place.
Do they?
They did. I don't know if they still do. They used to do classes and stuff where you could do like they do like wine and sips. They had like a glass blowing and sip like classes and stuff where it was somewhere over off of a Park Avenue or something like that. Or something over there.
Oh yeah. I know what you're
glass
talking
place
about.
or something. Yeah, I think they still might do it.
I think it'd be cool.
No, that'd be really cool. I'd love to be able to blow glass. That'd be something kind of a hobby. It'd be fun to get into.
Yeah, make your own glass pieces. Sell them at the farmer's market.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go number 3. I'll go
Open a booth.
So I got this big castle Lego set one time for Christmas. It was like the big castle, like big one. It took forever to build. So stoked about that. I loved Legos growing up.
I see. I'm
or Lego, I should say. Lego.
Lego.
The plural of Lego is Lego.
Is it?
I heard. Yeah, it's just Lego blocks. It's not Legos.
It's Lego.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I just learned something today.
Did you have Lego growing up?
I did, but I was a little earlier, and it's funny because I also had a castle on my next one's a castle, but not Lego.
That's funny.
But no, I mean, Legos were kind of. I was right before that. My thing was more like action figure stuff. That's what my 3 was. I grew up in that action figure era, and that's what my number 3 was. Remember He-Man, the Castle of Grayskull, the big green castle, riding the tigers. Yeah, it looked like the skeleton mouth opened. The bridge came down. It folded so you can put all your men inside. I had almost every single He-Man castle. That was I love. That was my like big toy growing up, was like He-Man stuff, that stuff.
Yeah.
And then after that came G.I. Joe, I believe. And then I got more into G.I. Joe.
Ours were Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, see, I kind of
as far as action figures go, we had the Turtles.
Yeah, see, me growing up, it was all like action figure stuff. And then you got then older
the wrestlers. Then you get the wrestlers.
Yeah, I had all the wrestlers.
Yeah.
That's actually yeah.
Do you have any wrestlers left? Probably not, huh? I don't have any toys. I don't.
I wish I did. That stuff's worth so much money now. Anything old vintage toys?
We had a lot of Star Wars toys too. Little action figures, things like that.
So much money.
Yeah, if we didn't unbox them, if we didn't play with them, destroy them. Yeah.
Oh, I destroyed like a Hot Wheels. I mean, that was another one.
Oh yeah,
Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
I had hundreds of those things.
Yeah. You have micro machines too?
I did have some of those, but I wasn't into them as much.
Yeah.
But I had like the cities for Hot Wheels. Like they fold up like suitcases, and you have all your Hot Wheels. And you open it up in like little stands. I loved Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
I guess you can put any childhood kid toy at the time. I loved. It was like my favorite gift back in the day. But
for sure. All right, so you did number 3, right?
Yeah. What you got for number 2?
Number 2. Oh, I got to go the original Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's my number 2 right there. Nintendo. That was a game changer. That Nintendo changed everything. See, I had Atari before.
So did I, and it was fine. I had like Galaga and then pole position.
Asteroids.
Yep. But
Nintendo
when it came
changed
down
the
to
game.
Nintendo, you had Tecmo Bowl, RBI Baseball, I believe. You had Mario, Contra.
Duck Hunt. Did you get the Duck Hunt bundle?
Yeah, we had the Duck Hunt package.
Yeah, you go up to the screen and cheat.
But still, like if you think about the
Yeah.
technology, that's pretty wild.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it was like you were pointing and shooting ducks on your TV.
Oh, it was wild. That's why I think Nintendo changed the game, because it wouldn't like Atari was cool. Like, oh, you have Atari, that's cool. And then Nintendo came, and you're like going, wait, what? This guy, I can make him jump and like run and move down. Where Atari was like side to side.
Yeah.
Like, you know, everything was just so, where Nintendo was like, and there's how many games? And there's what? Who's Mario?
Yeah.
Who's Luigi?
I mean, Nintendo, you'd be like, you could play a season of football and you had like Barry Sanders, like you had your favorite players, and it would keep your stats and keep track. You could win this. Like the whole thing is like, damn, this game, it did things that other things didn't.
Yeah, and then you get all the cheat codes. Once you find that out, then that's a whole new world.
Up, down, left, right, BA start.
Yeah, the Contras games. I mean, yeah, Nintendo was like, this is it. And I mean, to this day, Nintendo games, those games are still around. You know, and they're,
if I had my Nintendo working, I'd be playing Contra every now and then. Those old games, they still hold up.
I bought they have the little, you know, the new Nintendos that are preloaded with all the games and stuff.
Oh, dude.
You know, I had one of those. Yeah. But yeah, Nintendo. And then after that, you had like Sega Genesis come out and all those things.
Sega was pretty good.
Yeah, I like Sega. I had Sega.
Super Nintendo was pretty good.
Yeah, Super Nintendo, the NES, all those. Yeah. And that was kind of it for me after that. It was just Nintendo, Sega.
That was it for me for a while until I got into PlayStation. I think the PS2 was really like, oh shit, how are graphics going to get any better than this?
Yeah. And then Xbox, and then I ended up jumping on the Xbox. Why, I don't know, bandwagon. But now it's like games are coming full circle to now they're like looking back like was it Roblox?
Roblox. Yeah, even Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft. What's the other one? Fortnite. All those games. Yeah, all those games look like kind of the old school. Yeah, like kind of back. You know, it went crazy, like realistic to the point where I think it almost became too realistic. You know, when you're playing like Call of Duty and like you're shooting people that are like people, where before the old games were like they're like little characters. Now it's like, and these characters start looking like you. So you can like make them look like you. It's just weird.
I think a lot of games too, they like sacrifice fun for just like realistic. And it's like the ultimate point though is just to have fun. Like I'll have more fun playing a game that looks like 32-bit than some of the newer games. That's not to say some of the newer games aren't great. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the greatest games of all time. The Last of Us 1 and 2 are two of the greatest games of all time. And they're ultra realistic. But
I love a Resident Evil though. I love that game
like
feel. Yeah, like the game feel, like, you know, rabid dogs and just crazy, outrageous, like zombie stuff. Like I like that.
You should if you ever can get into The Last of Us. That game was just I didn't think I'd like it, but just the gameplay and like the story was just it was fun. It's a fun game.
See, and I like playing the story mode. So the story mode's fun, and I like story mode. Story mode cooperative with two people is fun, but story mode by himself. So like even with other people, it's like we would always play story mode with like we get the house all dark. We used to do this, get the house all dark and shit. Put the game on. This is back when we had a 32-inch tube TV.
Heavy ass TV.
Yeah, we turned the volume while we had surround sound speakers everywhere because that's what it used to be. Like every wires every all over the wall. But anyways, we would play that and close everything. You know, then like just, you know, back in the day we would drink or smoke weed and play video games allegedly. But then we would, you know, it'd be fun and like so loud screaming zombie stuff, and then, you know, someone died, then someone else would go play and stuff, and you're like into it because you knew some shit was coming. Those are the games I like. I think that's why I like them so much. Where now like you have Call of Duties and those, or those, you know, those Rainbow Six.
I don't like all the online competitive games. I
They're
don't find them.
they're fun for a minute. I didn't like those games are fun. I like playing them, but I lose interest in them really quick. And I don't go
Yeah.
back to like where I want to play them. Like I always want to go back and play like those, zombie type games. But the online games, it consumes you. It's like you'll lose track of time. Like you'll start playing, next thing you know, it's like daylight, and you're like, oh shit, because you start just getting these games, and that I had to stop. I mean, I was playing though. I got into it a lot, but for actually a few years ago was Call of Duty because I was playing with some San Jose Sharks players.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, I was playing with Brett Burns, Jason Demers,
Well, that's cool.
Marty Havlat when Marty Havlat was there in San Jose for a year.
He was only there for a year, right?
Yeah, he was
From the
staying with.
Wild.
Yeah, he was staying with I think Demers and stuff or something, or one of them in an apartment for the year. And so after one of the games, Burns tweeted out. This is back when I was on Twitter. That's how long ago it was. Like, hey, I'm on Xbox tonight playing Call of Duty. Here's my gamer tag. Hit me up if you want to play. And I went, oh shit! And I was happened to be on, so I did. Went online, and I got into the game with him. So we're on the headsets talking, and then once he got a group together, he just made a private group. So we just bounced to each game as the group. So I ended up playing for like 6 hours. So when they get off a hockey game, they get home at about midnight. It was about midnight 1, and then they get online, and they be online till like 5, 6 in the morning. And then we'd sit there and we were talking and stuff, and they didn't talk. You can tell just by the voices who they were. I could tell who they were just because I knew hockey, I knew Burns and everything. And like we would talk, and then I got to the point where I was able to friends request him like at the end of the night, and he set my friends request. So when he would go back on, I'd just go on and join his game and then hop in his group. And so I'd sit there and like, yeah, Sarah would sit there next to me. We'd be sitting there playing with Brett Burns, Call of Duty and stuff. And yeah, it was really cool. Because he was really into like these military stuff. And so he would like playing them that they would play. That's how they would play. They're like, all right, you go down, ready, go.
Were they
right.
Were they serious players?
They were serious, but they would fuck around.
Yeah.
They were serious, but they would still talk shit.
Yeah.
They wouldn't ever talk like, well, they did talk like hockey a little bit. Like they'd say some shit, like, but for the most part, it was just like, you know what I mean? It's like a job. You get off from work with your guy, like you don't want to sit there and talk. Like they might say something and stuff, but no, we talked about roller hockey and stuff. So like, the boys were playing roller, and he played roller and stuff. But yeah, he talked for a little bit. But yeah, to the point where we were friends. 88 Burnsy, that was I think his caller, his ID, if I remember, gamer tag. Like 88 Burnsy GI or something like that, or GI Burnsy 88. That's what his gamer tag was.
Is he still playing?
But yeah, he's on the Dopplers. He's on the Hurricanes.
He's on the weather.
He's on the Weather Channel.
The tropical depressions.
But that's what I mean with those games. So you start playing like that in groups. It got to that point though where like we felt like you start feeling like you're in like this little weird group. You're like, yeah, we're gonna flank him on the left. Right, you go up and like, all right, get down. There's one coming behind. Like you're talking on headsets.
I remember one time my friend Jake came over in the morning, and I was off. He was off that day. We started playing. Lindsay went to work, got home at like a 10-hour shift. We were still there, like all. It was Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas.
Dude, those video games can consume you. That's why you hear about kids like dying playing games, so they're dehydrated because they don't drink water.
I don't.
They just like piss and shit themselves right there. It's like, wow, it's fucking crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
All right, but so okay. So your number 2 is Nintendo.
Yeah.
All right. So my number 1 is a untraditional type of pick. But it's the gift of having it snow on Christmas and then playing snow football outside.
Oh shit! Where was this?
That's
at?
In Magalia. I used to live in Magalia. It only happened a couple times, but it'd be like some days, and then the neighbors would go over there, and then it'd be like tackle football in the snow. That was the best gift we could get. It's snow on Christmas and tackle football in the snow.
Yeah, it did. It didn't snow really on Christmas up there.
Not very often.
It wasn't. Yeah, in an area that gets snow. Yeah, there wasn't any snow. So yeah, it is, especially growing up as a kid.
As a kid, that's the best.
You wake up and everything's white. That feeling of like,
oh shit,
whoa, like holy shit. Then you're checking the radio or TV to see if there's any school. But yeah,
it is.
It's that. It is. It's that feeling. Yeah, you just see it, and like everything's just glowing white. Yeah.
Oh, you'd wake up, you'd be glowing. I don't. It's amazing. I don't get as excited about anything as I did as like some things as a kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love. Yeah. Everything. Yeah. Anything cool. I was a nerd.
Yeah, I was a nerd too.
I was. I play with toys, and that's what my number one is. It's one of my
What?
favorite toys ever, and I wish I still had it today.
What's that?
Is remember the old wrestling buddies? You remember those things?
Yes.
Yes.
Wrestling buddies.
I had a couple wrestling buddies, and
yeah.
It wasn't just a toy. I think it was one of those things too. It kind of came your like security blanket. You like security blankets and like stuffed animals and stuff. It was like I attached to this Hulk Hogan.
And there was different ones, right? There was the Hulk.
They looked just like them. They were like these little wrestling guys. Yeah, plush toys. And they came back. You know, they made a little run, I think, the last years ago. But I remember growing up with that thing. And like it was the one where it went everywhere with me. To the point where I think it was like my secure, like, you know, when I was 7, 8, 9 years old. Maybe a little older. But I love that thing. I remember when I got that thing. At first, I was just like, "Oh no, it's a doll!" But I wanted it on TV. It's one of those I wanted, and I got it. And I was like, "Oh, I don't want a doll." But then once I got it, I'm like, "I love this thing." I got in my room, like, "I love you." I remember that too. I remember getting it like, opening it. My sister, she's I don't know why I remember that. Like, oh yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, I want this.
Whatever,
cool.
Man.
Yeah, and then you get in your room, you're just like, "Oh my god,
that's funny."
Yeah, I remember. I don't know why that thing, but.
Yeah, I think I had a wrestling buddy, but I don't remember.
I loved wrestling too.
Deeply.
I loved wrestling. Like,
I think I might have had the Hulk Hogan one.
I had the Hulk Hogan one, and then I think there was a Hulk Hogan
the Ultimate Warrior one looks familiar.
I think I had two. I had Hulk Hogan. Might have been Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior, or was there Macho Man?
There is a I think there's a Macho Man. Wrestling buddies.
I think it was a Macho Man. I think I had Hulk Hogan and Macho Man.
Oh yeah.
Those are the two I had. But the Hulk Hogan was my like, and I got the Macho Man.
Guess how much this one's on eBay for Macho Man?
$200.
$575.
$575. Damn. All right, if I'm a billionaire, that's what I'm buying. I'm buying
bunch of wrestling buddies.
You know what? That's probably the shit I would buy. Honestly,
just shit like that.
My childhood, like stuff I love.
Yeah, I'd be getting a bunch of old Star Wars toys and an old Millennium Falcon, just shit like that.
You know how like I watch videos of like YouTube videos of guys and they're like, you know, they do their man cave and it's like all like sports memorabilia and like or Star Wars or something crazy, like all this shit. And you're going, oh, that's nuts. But I'm like, well, you know what? If I had the money, I'd have so much shit like that. Like I said, wrestling buddies. I'd have the He-Man's like set up like on a like display somewhere. Set up all the like action figures. I'd have all that cool shit. All the Transformers, all the like little Transformer dudes. That was another one I was into. But I had to have all kinds of cool shit like that.
Well, if this is what I'd go here, I'll show you.
I'd buy the A-Team van.
Yeah.
I love that van. That'd be a perfect photography van. I want it in an EV though. I want an EV. I just decided that EV van. That's why I want that new VW bag. You see that thing?
Yeah. Lindsay wants one of those too.
That's perfect for what I want. Like that'd be perfect. It's
all right. I found what I want if I'm a billionaire. Lord of the Rings trilogy fellowship, $48,000 first edition.
Damn. Damn. For $1 billion, why don't you just go buy the Shire?
Buy the whole Shire.
Just go to New Zealand and say, hey, how much is this? Can I buy? I want to keep everything the same. I don't want to change anything.
Yeah. I just want to own it.
I want to be able to come here when I just live here. I want Frodo's.
That'd be funny if you lived in one of them. That no one's allowed to. None of the tours allowed. They just walk by. Who lives in there?
I'd make it like my, maybe not full-time house, but like come there and stay for a month or two of the year. Go in your own private place. A little bit.
Just dressed like a hobbit in the morning. Oh, the fuck!
Let's play the part. Hell yeah.
Might as well lean into it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I will.
All right. Well, that's a good list. You know,
Yeah, the
it's
old
hard to
childhood toys for me. That's what gets it. It's the childhood toys. I love that
Yeah.
stuff.
We used
love it.
to play. I loved also. I'm sure I could have thrown this in there. But I don't know when I specifically got them. We got them all the time. Different baseball and football cards.
Yes, I had tons of baseball cards.
Tons. I still have some. Like some are. I have an Emmitt Smith rookie card that's worth a pretty penny.
I have some. There's right here somewhere on my desk.
It's the
Emmitt rookie.
Yeah, I think it's the I think
I'll
it might
have to
be the
find mine.
score. No, it's the pro set.
Hmm.
I mean, it's
I
worth
do.
like $100. It's in really good condition. I haven't had it rated.
Yeah.
But it's the 1990 draft rookie card, first round.
Nice.
I mean, this one on eBay is highest rated. It's $2,000. I'm sure mine's not the highest rated.
Yeah, it's probably like a 10. I know they get rated like, levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have very few cards left. Mine were mostly baseball.
Yeah.
My cards were probably, I would say 90% baseball.
Yeah.
And then scattered some football and some rare hockey at the time.
Rare.
But mostly baseball and basketball some. I wasn't into basketball much.
Yeah.
But the ones I have now, though, I have a few. I have a Shaq rookie, I think. LeBron, one of LeBron's rookie cards. I had them up here. I had some autograph stuff. I had quite a few.
That ain't so bad.
No, it's I have to find them. Once I'll look from they were here. I'll show you. They're not graded or anything. They're just if I got them graded, they'd probably be a 4.
Yeah.
They're all this thing's worth $10,000. The one I have is worth 53 cents.
Because it's got one.
That's how far they mark this shit down. It's like, what? You're like, I got a $5,000 card, and you go get it graded. And it's like, it's a graded 7, so it should be worth, about 70%. No, it's worth $70, bro. Like that's how much they just like devalue it. That's why finding a 10, if you get a 10 on anything's like, it's rare because that's pristine, and my cards are not pristine.
Yeah.
But
yeah, well, I guess, do we have Sean's picks for next for Friday or for Saturday?
No, that's right.
All right.
We'll skip it because we're gonna be gone. We're gonna be taking some time off here soon.
Yeah.
I think,
and it's the end of the college season anyway.
Yeah, the playoffs and stuff are starting.
Playoffs. Yeah, so we're gonna skip Friday, and then we'll be on next week at least one time on Tuesday, maybe both times before Christmas. It's the holiday season.
Oh, how long do we have before Christmas? That's quick, right? That's coming up. I forgot what day. What's today?
Today's the 10th. We got 2 weeks till Christmas Eve. So we'll be off the 13th, and then we'll be on next Tuesday.
Perfect.
So, yep, I'll see you then. Thanks for listening. Make sure you rate and review, subscribe, and
and enjoy.
And make sure you get elevated.
Get elevated.
Get elevated. Yeah.
Go give me some dinner.